standard's so in hell.
A boy stops talking to us suddenly after he gets a girlfriend. Or
hi. Stupid women don't notice the good guys and send them to the friend zone and then bitterly regret it. Like and subscribe, and let's get started.
For things that put you in the friend zone.
You are always available. We already have a gay best friend. We don't need another one. You're self-deprecating. I once went out with a guy who said his kids told him he looked like a stuffed piñata in his suit. So awkward. When you don't make your intentions clear, if you don't want to be my friend, then tell me. I'll have more respect for you for standing up for yourself. Stop trying so hard. If it's meant to be, it will be. Just be yourself.
The household income, do you want to be contributing?
Like money-wise?
Yeah. You want him to be the sole breadwinner, correct?
Yes.
You think you'll be able to get that, correct?
Yes.
How many men do you think can go out into the dating marketplace and want to provide zero financially and expect to get a partner?
I don't know.
Very, very few. The vast majority of women, as a lot of the women here answered, I want a guy who makes at least as much as me or more. Or I want a guy to be the sole provider. So could it be the case that the reason that there's a patriarchy and that men occupy the highest positions of power and the most desirable jobs and make the most money is because there's a mating pressure on men that does not exist?
Can men and women be friends?
Yeah, I think so. I have plenty of guy friends.
If we had you pull out your phone right now, one of the guys that you say you're friends with, and you told him, hey, I want to hook up right now, what would he say?
No.
All right, let's try it.
Well, what's up? Do you want to hook up? Just kidding, bye.
When are men gonna learn that you cannot be nonchalant to bad bitches? I had an ex who literally used to spoil me so much. He paid all my rent, my bills, everything. But when I broke up with him, because I don't need the money at the end of the day if you're doing too much. If you're not acting right. He said, okay, well then go find your millionaire boyfriend then. Go find another. Go find someone who's going to treat you the way I did. You want to know how long that took? A month. A month. I don't know why men think that they're the prize.
Where's the baddie in the room? Because I don't see her. Yeah, such a baddie that she can get a man, but she can't keep a man. You claim that you're a baddie, but aren't baddies independent, can pay for their own shit, but then you have men paying your bills, spoiling you, and treating you a certain way, but then you try to backpedal and say that you don't need his money. Okay. It literally makes no sense because she says that she doesn't need the money, but then she turned around and found a man that was still paying her bills. Make that make sense. But then you think that you're gonna one-up this nonchalant man by basically admitting to the internet that you found a new man within a month, so you pretty much sleep around. Ooh, damn, you showed him. Imagine getting on the internet and admitting that you sleep around for money, but yet you don't think the man that you had was the prize. Okay, you really showed that good guy that took care of you that he was doing too much, that he's really missing out. And fellas, let this be your lesson to not pay a woman's bills unless she's in an exclusive relationship with you or she's married to you. Stop paying these women's bills that pretty much know that you ain't shit and they don't value you, respect you, or appreciate you and think that the grass is greener on the other side. Okay, bye.
I think we can all agree she's right. Men shouldn't blindly trust unreliable women like this. It turns out this girl didn't appreciate her boyfriend at all, despite everything he did for her. And before demanding a prenuptial agreement from potential fiancés, it's better to first make sure your bride isn't someone like the one in this video.
Finding men to put in the friend zone used to be difficult. Having to feign romantic interest in exchange for lavish dinners, expensive gifts, and emotional support was just so exhausting. But thanks to OnlyFriends, that's all changed. OnlyFriends is the first dating app that is specifically formulated for men looking to get friend-zoned. It's the safest and most effective way to find that perfect someone that you have no sexual interest in, but they'll pay for everything. Which is how I met my bestie, Brian.
Hey there.
It was so easy. I just uploaded a few photos and within minutes, I had men looking to treat me like the queen that I am.
Another secret about women that I'm gonna get into a lot of trouble telling you.
And this is something that they will take to the grave, I swear. Don't bother asking them because it doesn't matter how good of a woman she is, she'll probably lie. But before I tell you this, guys, remember, I am a big believer in reciprocating effort within dating and within relationships, because that is how a man is going to feel like you like him back. And then that man is comfortable giving more and more effort so that dates turn into a relationship. However, there is a scenario in which a woman will give a higher than usual level of effort to a man that she doesn't like that. And that effort will come in the form of her quick reply to text messages, her wide open availability to talk, and her high level of vulnerability. Guys, this is a woman that is prepping you for the friend zone, because women want to be chased by the man that she wants the most. And if she's single, it's usually not the man that she's giving the most attention to. Instead, she's giving attention to the guy that's giving her enough attention to make her feel okay about herself, which is you, the guy that's about to get friend zoned.
Things that men tell me and other women tell me about their relationships, women's standards for themselves is in hell. It always shocks me. I'm like, you what? I'm sorry, but at this point, like, we live in a time now where women are becoming self-made millionaires left and right. You have the option to do that. Like, why are you guys dating men if your standards are in hell? You need to go see a therapist. You need to go do some healing. If you were dating men and like, y'all are like, oh, I'm a dream girl. No, girl, you're Papa John's. It's hot and ready into the door in 30 minutes. Like, how are y'all's standards so in hell? And it makes me feel like I'm crazy. I'm like, damn, how am I getting away with all the shit that I'm getting away with? Because apparently there's all these women walking around who will accept down here. Like, that is the standard. That's what I hear more often than not. Women's standards, even if they're gorgeous, beautiful, whatever, their standards are in the pit of hell. So I'm like, how am I getting away from asking for this when like 99% of women are asking for this shit? Y'all need to have some self-respect. I cannot believe the shit that I hear sometimes from women and from men. I will meet a man who's 5'3" and ugly and has no money, and he's dating a supermodel who pays half his rent. Like, that is what I'm seeing. And we should all hold each other accountable for that, and maybe bring back shame a little bit. Bring back shame. Because we gotta increase the standard of our overall demographic. Because holy hell, is it in the fucking gutter.
How dare she belittle other people's relationships based solely on their appearance? It seems like this girl has an inflated sense of self-worth and an overly selective filter for relationships. Give it a little time and she'll probably end up all alone.
One of the biggest lies I used to tell myself, but I thought was the truth when I was single before I got married, was men are intimidated by me. I thought because I had a house, a car, been driving BMW since I was 24 years old, I thought that because I made a lot of money that men just couldn't handle it, they were intimidated, and they were turned off because I was doing better than them. That is one of the biggest lies, or the things that we think, when really the problem is us. If you find yourself saying, well, men are just intimidated by me, I make too much money, they don't like that I'm just direct and I stand up for myself. If you keep getting that kind of results from men, most likely it's not because they're intimidated, they just don't like you. And I'm not trying to say this to be mean or to be like nasty, but that was what I was going through. They thought I was attractive, they liked being around me, but they just weren't into me because the way that I exuded my ego. A lot of women don't realize when they make money and they have all these accomplishments, the ego drives the conversation. It drives your energy, how you carry yourself, how you interact with men, where your ego is like, well, because you're not on my level, da 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 da. And nobody wants to be treated like that, man or woman. I'll give you guys a perfect example. Girl with the pink dress on Pop the Balloon. A lot of people were like, oh, I like her personality. She seems funny. She seems cool. She even said she was a sweetheart. And all those things can be true. That does not mean that's what's attractive to a man. Ladies, the things that we like about ourselves and the things that we like about our homegirls does not mean that men find that attractive or want that to be what they want in a relationship. And I'm not saying change who you are to appease a man, but if you're not getting the results that you want in the dating sphere and you want to be married, you have to check how you talk to people, how you treat people, the energy you have. Normally it stems from childhood. Normally it stems from being an overachiever. It stems from being somebody that's very type A. It stems from being somebody that is a perfectionist. Normally, when people are like that to themselves, they're hyper critical of other people. So if you tend to have this personality trait where you're very defensive, you're standoffish, you have your guard up 24/7, 365, and you don't know how to let your hair down and have fun and speak to people lightly, gracefully, then you could probably have this problem.
Guys get friend zoned, but girls get fuck zoned. A boy stops talking to us suddenly after he gets a girlfriend, or starts ghosting us after we reject his first move. A friendship that we valued, we thought mattered, if only just a little to him, turned out not to matter at all. But in the end, we're the bad guys. We're the ones who lead the good guys on. Of course, we should just expect that's what you always want. We should just expect that friendship is never as valuable as a twist of our hand. They got friend-zoned. They only lost another girl, another rejection. But we lost a friend, someone we thought was worth more. We lost a friend.
The most interesting thing is that women can have boyfriends, but if her boyfriend had a girlfriend, I think he would have been in trouble. And in general, guys are friends. For girls, they serve only as temporary consolation and a handkerchief until she calms down from another quarrel with Chad.
I think men love more authentically than women.
Huh?
Oh, and this is what I mean by that.
You said, say that again.
I said, I think men love more authentically than women. And this is why.
I can agree, but go ahead.
Women are in love with love.
Yes.
And because of that, I think you guys are wired to stick anybody in that spot. You can make him fit. You guys are socialized from little girls to fall in love with the process, the pageantry of love, the courting phase and the dates and the, you know what I'm saying? He put his hand on my thigh and we walked down the aisle and all that stuff. On the flip side, when a man figures out that realizes he's in love, that's not a happy experience. He's like, God damn it. Because that is a responsibility.
He's telling the truth.
Now, because again, our two jobs are provide and protect.
Ex that did everything to pursue me. I am talking wine and dine, have these deep emotional moments with me. I mean, we would cry together. He would write these love letters to me. I mean, one day I remember saying I was sick, and maybe like 20 minutes later, there was a knock on my door, and my doorman came up, and he had delivered soup for me. Oh. And I think even a humidifier. This is so random. I was sick and like clean, like, a whole thing. Yeah, right. And this was like the norm for the first 2 years of our relationship, to the point where even his family and his friends were like, this is a changed man. We've never seen this version. So, and that fed my ego. That made me feel like, oh my gosh, like I've changed him. He's totally different. This is real. This is true. And then 2 years into the relationship, once the love experience, the in-love experience had ended, he was a completely different person.
He was probably just waiting to see what he'd get in return, but ended up with nothing. She likely felt like a queen, and he went along with it for a while, until he got bored. Because self-obsessed women like that can't love anyone but themselves.
It sounds so entitled to be mad about being in the friend zone. It sounds like what happened was actually this. You pretended to be nice to a lady, and she didn't immediately have sex with you. So you are the victim of a huge injustice. That's what you're trying to communicate. And I don't think that's how it works. I don't think you're like, I put in my 3 compliments. Where does the sex come out on this one? What do I have to do? Do I have to shake it? Is it? This one's defective. That's what it sounds like. Also, you just made a friend. For free. I haven't made a free friend on accident since 3rd grade. You mean you didn't have to join improv or a bowling league or something? You just got a friend? That's amazing. If any of you guys want to friend zone me tonight, let's do it. I'm up for it, right? Yeah, let's do it. Let's get together. Let's hang out. Let's play board games. We'll go to brunch. We'll go on a road trip. We'll develop an inside joke. We'll really be there for each other when it matters. And then we'll have a better version of Thanksgiving without our families there. Let's friend zone. Let's do it.
All right, woman says, do you notice that men are no longer persuasive? Once they ask you out on a date and you say no, that's it, with a little frustrated emoji. And guy replies, Top comment. If I want to play games, I got a PlayStation. Oh, that's great. Well done from this guy. Yeah, you know what, man? If a girl's not interested, don't bother. Do your own thing. Focus on your own goals, your own purpose, or your PlayStation. There are better things to do than try to chase women these days. And ladies out there, a lot of guys are also worried about the whole Me Too movement, false allegations, and being labeled a creep. Women throw around the word creep for men so often these days that if a girl says no, yeah, leave her alone. Bye.
Absolutely right. It's better to just leave her and focus on your own life. These women want to walk all over a man endlessly, expecting him to keep worshiping her and giving her the world, while letting her do whatever she pleases and only showing up when she calls.
My name's Chloe, and I'm a reluctant heterosexual, which means I'm attracted to men against my will. Ick. Men are gross, inconsiderate, and scary. I have to share my location with my friends every time I go on a first date, and yet I love them so much.
Hey, what's up?
Hi, I'm Chloe.
Nice to meet you. My name's Mahad Akhlaq.
Men only have one thing on their mind, shaboinking. Life would be so much simpler if I was a lesbian, but I'm not. And believe me when I tell you, I have tried thousands of times. I'm just programmed to be attracted to men. Hi, do you need help with anything?
Oh, no, I don't need any help. I'm all good. Thanks, though.
Okay. Reluctant heterosexuals. We've been keeping the species alive since the beginning of time.